Hello everyone, Risky Toothpick here, back again with something new, and today we're going to play Ad Infinitum, a horror game, kind of around World War One time period. I guess we're dealing with some PTSD, some of the horrors from that battlefield and those trenches, those gas-filled trenches. And I accidentally did play the prologue. I messed up on some of the audio, so I had to restart. So the prologue I have seen, but after that it's all blind. So let's get in here. But I think this is gonna be a beautiful game. The audio sounds great, the music sounds good. It has to do with the World Wars, which I'm, a history fanatic on that, so pretty happy.
You have done it once. Now you need to do it again.
Here we go. Let's interact with this. For months, you've cursed your hours spent staring at these tables. Now you wish you could stay with them forever. And this is pretty much for their communication they would send through the telegram thing or whatever, so the enemy wouldn't steal their information. The covert intel. And this guy's a beautiful artist, drawing those pigeons or some sort of bird. I want to say pigeon, but then I see them claws, and I'm like, are pigeons that scary? Are they that vicious? And there's the code. Alrighty, so let's look at it. Your diary, you never let it out of your sight. Let's take that bad boy with us. We're gonna have ourselves a good time. Let's get up. We got some new stuff here. Objective, storm the enemy trenches. We got our diary. The letter blur before your eyes. Nevertheless, with a little effort, you managed to decipher them. All trench stations, Operation Morgan Gran. Butchering that, but, it is what it is.
I spoke to him, but I don't know if he understood what I was saying.
Alrighty. If you radio for help instead of fighting, you'll be arrested for desertion. They want you to storm the French trenches. You pray you're wrong, but it feels like a death sentence. And the sad part is, they didn't need to do this. We're going to talk a little bit more about that here pretty soon. Looks like someone's been repairing something here. It's a shame you don't understand all that technical stuff. Let's see, we've already looked at all of this, so we are good. Something there. Your art exhibition never happened. You're the last member of the Blue Dove. You wanted to send a postcard home, but you couldn't find the right words to write. Now it's too late. But pretty much what happens is this.
Sending us over the top. The whole company. Come on, get ready.
Beautiful model. Was it 98? It's like a car, I think. Car 98 with a K. Yeah. Typical rifle back then. But what happened was the Germans were negotiating peace, and one of the generals was like, no. And then he pretty much sent this out for them all to charge, and they just signed peace. So all the people that died here at this charge, they were avoidable deaths, which is kind of sad. Oh, wrong button. But yeah, that's the sad part about it. And this is during, this is World War One, so this is trench warfare, poisonous gas. Everyone's wearing gas masks and whatnot.
First platoon awaiting orders, sir.
To the front. And Berlin Road, and I haven't really seen anything of value here. Just some signs.
Third platoon awaiting orders, sir.
But yeah, I think we're gonna have a really enjoyable time with this game. I think y'all will enjoy it. I've only played the prologue and it's already got me excited. And for those who are still on the fence, this game, the gameplay is kind of like Amnesia a little bit. Where you have to kind of like grab things and hold and whatnot. Suicide steps. And there's some enemies somewhere.
From the side! From the left!
And I haven't really had to like really shoot my gun here. So you just kind of like run around. I think that's maybe one of the weaknesses of the prologue. You don't shoot anybody. People are dying though. Muddy path.
Second platoon, go! Get out there, men!
And those are our teammates that were in gas masks, as you can see, because that was the big kind of like learning factor in this war, was using poisonous gas. So really, we would actually see like a dog or pets here, because they would use dogs to smell first. Dogs would notice if there's a problem with the mustard gas and whatnot, which is pretty cool. That's kind of the, yeah, that's a little bit of the stuff that was going on during World War I. And you can tell this is World War I because we're fighting the French. During World War II, the French just gave up, especially after the, was it like the Blitzburg, where the tanks were like driving so fast that the French weren't able to get into their trenches. And then they were worried about their art being destroyed, so they just gave up. And the president, or I should say the leader of France, was like, I want to be a proxy leader. And Adolf Hitler was like, sure. So the leader of France ended up being the leader of some small town. And he was happy with that. That's why some people kind of, I don't want to say disgusted, but they are a little bit disappointed with the French in World War II. But that's why we're playing World War I. Anyways, enough of that. Let's play the game. And when I mean by play the game, I mean let's walk around looking for nothing. This is kind of like a plain little area here. We'll come check it out. I was hoping we could find some German dog tags or French identification bracelets, because that's the big thing we got to keep an eye on. Ooh. Whoa. I think those are our teammates. I did not notice that the first time I played. They're just shooting out into the dust. Here's a German vehicle. And we have fallen into some barbed wire. Luckily, it's not razor wire. If it was razor wire, it would be even worse for our guy here. If you've never dealt with razor wire, it will easily cut you without an issue. And there's the prologue. Really enjoyed it though. Hoped for a little bit more combat, you know, shooting some soldiers, but really good nonetheless. Chapter 1, Despair.
No! I want my son back! You and your wretched noble order! You will never believe! You taken everything from me! Nonsense!
The prodigy son. The prodigal, right? Prodigal is the right one. Like the perfect son. And as you can see, this individual has 2 hands. So this is not the individual we just watched. Matches, 1 strike, 1 spark. That's all it takes. This first little area is a little dark. Photo of military company. So just, you know, I know it's going to be a little dark. I understand. You know. Got a lock here. It's actually kind of dark right here. You just kind of can't see in there. I can't see in there. You can't see in it. No one can see.
Dear Paul, here is a copy of the Morse code alphabet I made for you. You probably know it from school. It's a language all its own, which I now speak fluently. Thankfully, my telegraph shelter is in a safe location. Something that's already saved my life twice. I'll be on leave again soon. Will I see you this time? Or will it just be Mother again? Please, take good care of her. Your brother.
And from this postcard, we can maybe make the assumption that the guy that we played as was the brother. Now we play as the other brother. Ooh, look at that. A lot of locked things here. Maybe some future information we're going to have to find out. The mirror is broken. You can't see your reflection, just a shadow. The 10 soldiers' men hang on his every command. Even when he gets everyone killed.
Give your brother his dagger back.
I'm sorry, Paul.
Now get out, you dirty little thief. You're no son of mine.
Damn, the dagger's heavier than it looks. It's kind of vicious. Oh, is that like a BB gun? Toy gun. The well-worn toy gun has seen its fair share of wars. Something they can talk into, maybe using as a gas mask. You gotta remember, like I said, if I said it before, when this first war happened, a lot of the younger individuals were excited. They were happy to go because they didn't understand what terrors they were going to witness until they were already there. What's this? Trench whistle. Your trench whistle. A sound you know only too well. It's kind of neat. Kind of hidden there. But let's get out of this room. I'm guessing we might need to go there. There's a nice red shirt there drawing you in, or chair.
I feel worse with every day that passes. Please, Mother of Mercy, help me. I can't bear another injection. His father, his society, his poison. He says I'm mad. He says the cuckoo is my son. But I know what I know. They've taken everything from me. My children, my language, even my name. He threw my Bible on the fire and smashed your statues. But they can never take you away from me, Mother of Mercy. Mother of Sorrows.
Mother of Sorrows. Interesting. Ooh, nice old-time phone. Ooh, that looks terrible. Let's not go that way just yet. All locked doors. I kind of want to go down there, but I feel like that might be the way we need to go. Your brother's room is locked, but you're sure you saw something. It can't be him, can it? Berlin, October 4th, 1918. Installation of an elevator system. Dear Director General von Schmidt, the work will be completed by the end of the week and built in-house. E. Gruber, Deputy Director, Karl von Schmidt and Company, Paint Factories, Berlin. A heavy cog, it smells of oil. Let's take that bad boy. Looks like we probably need to use the elevator. An elevator up to the attic. It must be new. You wonder what's up there. And of course, nothing happens there. Locks. Nice little lamp here. Wish we could actually pick it up and take it with us. We could go down, so let's go check out that walkway. The one that looks very intimidating. Oh yeah. You know something terrible's gonna happen down in here. All dark and shit. There's something in this house. We're not alone. Oh man, just a dead end. Someone really needs to work on that electric wiring. Alright, but let's go down the stairs. Okay, so somebody's in a wheelchair, probably his mother. You sense that the charms are meant to keep evil at bay, so why does looking at them make you feel nauseous? What's up there in the attic? Thinking about it makes your stomach turn.
Carl has become as cruel as his father. I can speak neither of the war nor of my lost sons. I am not even permitted in their rooms. The rooms of my own sons. I'm not permitted to exist at all. If only I were dead too.
Damn. A weeping mother with the loss of her child, or children, maybe more than one. Is that the brother? Did he not die? Damn, I just played some music and then we learned a whole bunch of new things. Ooh, bird. Mechanical bird. That's fucking weird. Damn. So this is a music roll, a march written in honor of our great general, Lothar von Schmidt. Looks like something was in there a lot, to the point where it's scraped.
Dearest mother, when I hear the cannon's thunder, I can no longer be angry with father. Instead, I worry for all of you. Have you heard from Paul at all? He hasn't replied to a single one of my letters. Johannes.
Nothing in there either. Damn, that mechanical bird is pretty cool, though. Mater Dolorosa? What a strange painting. You never saw Mother the way he did. In French, a little sister, how are you? We went to Berlin to visit you, but the maid turned us away. There was an old man shouting in German, but I couldn't understand what he was saying. Did we go to the wrong address? Why do you never write anymore? Did you get the singing bird? I remember how we used to sing in the square in front of the church, and marvel at the little golden birds in the window by Mother and Father's cafe. If things have become unbearable, please come back home to us. How are the children faring? Please write. Sante Balbine, May 3rd, 1908, Julie. So it looks like the father might have went crazy, or the stepfather. Damn, that music's still playing. Damn. Okay, probably wants us to go that way, so let's check out over here.
Dearest mother, I am glad that you have at least survived the cold weather. But I know how scarce food has become at home. It would be best if we just surrendered. But I'm sure Father doesn't want to hear such talk. He probably thinks that the war will bring him glory and honor, just like Grandfather. Glory and honor perished in the very first winter of this war. How we wanted to go to war. How foolish we were. Nevertheless, I shall write to Father. I am worried about Paul. Johannes, 15th of April, 1917.
This makes me think that maybe their father is the general that went against the order of peace and did that final charge, which ended up with one of his sons at least dying. A packet of salt. Why would that be of any interest? Berlin, December 20th, 1918. Dear Frau von Schmidt, I have brought you some potatoes. You have always been kind to me and given me a little extra money, so I am glad to be able to do something for you in return. None of us have very much right now, but I know it must be twice as hard for you. Please take care of yourself. I hope I may return to work for you again soon. Perhaps when the winter is over. Your friend, Ursula Bruegel? And of course, during this time period, very cold winters were deadly. Just looking at the picture makes you feel sick. Who would paint something like that? So, back then they didn't have no global economy. People weren't trading, all over the world. So, bad winter, a lot of people died. Mother would often lock herself in the music room for hours on end, but not today. You won't allow it. We got some stuff here. Find a way into the music room. Pretty decent. Look at that.
In my darkest hours, it is only music that saves me. Is there a heart in the world that cannot be softened by it? But when Carl plays that terrible orchestrion and his father's music again, I feel sick. The walls crumble, and everything comes crashing down around me. It makes me want to die. But I know where he keeps the key.
Nice. When you find documents that are relevant to completing a puzzle, you automatically collect them. You can reread them at any time in your inventory by pressing that button. Other documents remain in the game world, so we actually have that. Okay. So that's kind of like information to get into that room. One strike, one spark. More matches. Let's make sure we have that light going. Find the key to open the orchestron and the missing pieces to turn it on. Hope, dear General, that this orchestron and the march we have sent you will bring a small piece of the battlefield into your home for you and your family to enjoy, so that you may always be reminded of both your own countless victories and those of our German forefathers. The orchestron is the machine gun of the musical world. It will solve all your problems in one fell swoop. Your brothers of the Order of the Red Eagle. I'm guessing it's this thing. We need a whole bunch of keys for this bad boy. Dear Director General, someone seems to have been playing around with your orchestrion. A number of parts have been deliberately removed. I have found the cylinder and installed it, but there is no sign of the missing cog. Likewise, the music roll of which you spoke is nowhere to be found. I have placed the key back into the chest in the entrance hall. We will now proceed with the installation of the elevator. Respectfully, Klaus Walters. Alright, so that's definitely some good information that we need there. Yeah, the key is in the entrance hall. But yeah, during World War I, that last charge, which was super fatal, the deal that they made, the Germans and the French, of course the Germans lost. They were begging for a better deal. And the French were like, no. And that eventually led to Adolf Hitler taking power.
Hey, stop pushing! It's not my fault you're such a slowpoke. And it's not my fault you can't do a boost up right.
I've told you to, no climbing in through the window.
But you didn't open the door.
Why not for ages?
and no one answered.
Oh, boys. Come on in then, but keep the noise down. Your grandfather's sleeping.
Okay. But yeah, the peace deal that the Germans and the French made after World War I was brutal. The sweet scent of the red wax permeates the air. It was brutal for the Germans, which led to them having economic crisis, which opened the door for a fanatic by the name of Adolf Hitler to take control. And then with World War II, that's why you kind of see America get involved in there. Locked. And they never left. You know, Germany's now been built back because a lot of the governments learned from the First World War. Which is pretty cool. My God, it does not sound like we're alone in here. Patient Magdalene von Schmidt. In order to treat your wife's pronounced hysteria, melancholia, she must be spared of any kind of emotional strain. She must avoid any objects or persons that might trigger an episode. I recommend 1 injection every 2 days until her symptoms start to improve. Daily injections are recommended during more severe melancholic phases. And back then, you know, health was not that great, so who knows what they were giving her.
Now you're wet too. Stop splashing. Mama, he got water on me and now I'm all wet.
Come and sit on the bank with me. There you go. Now, put your feet in the water. Nice and warm, isn't it?
Warm and wet.
Look at the sailboats. They're so fast.
I bet they're going to America. From Wannsee, the lakes aren't that big.
Well, who knows? Maybe they'll find a way. They could sail down the Havel, then the Elbe, and all the way to Hamburg, the gateway to the world. From there, anything's possible.
Alrighty. And then we got a whole bunch of stuff to read here. I'm assuming this might be the entrance. That's pretty cool painted glass. But we'll start in here as well. My heartfelt condolences on the loss of your 2 sons, your friend, you Bruegel. So they lost 2 sons. The Kaiser called and we all answered, with God in our hearts.
With the deepest regret, we hereby report that the sons of our Director General and grandsons of the great General Lothar von Schmidt, Paul von Schmidt, born 5th of March, 1899, and Johannes von Schmidt, born 3rd of October, 1893, have met their heroic deaths on the Western Front. May they rest in peace. Berlin, 12th of October, 1917. Carl von Schmidt & Co. Paint Factories.
Sad, sad, sad. A picture of you and your brother. Your gaze is drawn to the obituary alongside it. You fought and they just gave up on you. Sweet scent of red wax permeates the air. Let's take them. I don't know why. They might come in handy. Who knows? We got a lot of candles on us, though. Okay, we've already been there. We walked through there. And let's check upstairs. There might be something of value. Ooh. So the birds that the one of the brothers was drawing in the journal, probably. A wolf and a salmon. The key in this is to be the frog that's hidden somewhere. Oh, ooh, that's a nasty looking syringe. Quicksilver 10 milliliters, Carl von Schmidt & Co. paint factory. Syringe and vial. Ooh. To get that, like, think of that giant needle going into, like, your arm or your butt. That would suck.
May 25th, 1916. Magdalena refuses to accept that both our sons have now taken up service in the name of the Kaiser and the people. This is madness. I never wanted to believe Father, but perhaps he was right. Perhaps she cannot be helped. Ever since Father came to stay with us 9 years ago, she has changed completely. I have administered Quicksilver. After a brief protest, she finally quietened down.
I really need to look into this Quicksilver, but to be honest, you don't get Quicksilver anymore, so it probably had some terrible side effects. And there's the key to grandfather's musical contraption. Ooh, lights are coming on. Of course, before we go all the way back, we want to explore a little bit more. Yeah, because apparently there's some things here. More matches, take them, we're going to need them. Newspapers containing a list of casualties, you don't want to read them. Another candle. A beautiful clock. This clock worth at least a couple $1,000. Probably closer to like, 10, 20, depending on the age. Yeah, we've already read that. Let's go check out this painting. Him. When Father saw the painting of himself for the first time, he said nothing. Not a word. Yeah, because he looks kind of evil. I'd be kind of pissed off too, though, if someone, like, drew that of me. I'd be like, what the hell? You can't just draw, like, a normal painting of me? Okay, and there's a beautiful inside garden. Definitely going to have an enjoyable time looking through there. No doubt about it. Weird. There's a lot of weird things going on in this building. Strange things. Okay, there's the musical roll. And put that baby back. Okay, there's still some other things we need to do here. There we go. Got the cog. And everything else looks good. So I think this should start. Let's say, come on now. Close. There's the mother. I'll just stop that because we don't really need that anymore. It's so loud. Let's see what happened here. Oh. A dummy. It almost seems to be watching you. There's something missing here.
This time I felt him. It was as if my Johannes were standing next to me, placing his hand on my shoulder. Herr Dupre was right. With each session we are drawn closer, I can feel it. There has been a spate of strange coincidences. It is a sign. I have been working on the dummy again. I'm trying to fill it with life so that Johannes will accept it and finally return to me.
So with this letter, we don't know if she's been getting cheated by some medium. He's trying to tell her, like, oh, I can, hear your son or whatever. A strange pendulum. You wonder what it could be for.
While Carl was away, Herr Dupre and I made use of the time to take a tour of the house. He didn't want to see the cuckoo. He believes me. When we entered the salon, he said he felt an icy chill right where the old tyrant died. He brought nothing but misfortune upon us, even when he was still alive. Herr Dupre says that the house attracts many angry souls. He says I should use charms, spirit bells, and knocking 3 times for the Trinity to try and ward them off until our next session. The angels will aid me in this. I want to believe him, but the awful cuckoo knocks too, and calls out, and wants to eat constantly. It is driving me out of my mind.
My goodness, we gotta get rid of this cuckoo. The ivory keys are cool to the touch. A shiver runs down your spine. It's a lot of musical instruments in here.
Our family tree is taking root. A gift from Santa Balbina among Carl's father's exotic plants. A piece of my home.
It's so cool to have your own like indoor garden like connected to your house. Like that's top tier stuff there. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I had a garden connected to my house, I'd be living. I'd be like, yeah. A phonograph. There's no wax cylinder inside. Okay. So what do we need to do now? We need to find something. Actually, quite a few somethings, like 4 or 5. So let's go back in this. Oh. Where are you? Dear Frau von Schmidt, due to your unpaid bills and your husband's threats of physical violence against my person, I regret to inform you that I will not be able to guide you through your spiritual sessions in person today. However, knowing how desperately you need the aid of the angelic powers in these dark times, I am closing a wax cylinder with my instructions and the invocation of the Angelo. In addition to this, please find enclosed silver candlestick holders. The consecrated pendulum, which reacts sensitively to spiritual vibrations, particularly those of an evil nature, should still be in your possession from my last visit. I have taken the liberty of adding the cost for these items to your last outstanding payment. With you in spirit, in Dupree. Wax cylinder from the spiritualist. Phonograph cylinder containing a record invocation from the spiritualist. Candlestick holders. 5 lead candlestick holders. The silver paint is already starting to flake off. Could be... Oh. Telling us that the silver's flaking off could tell us that he might be a fraud.
This is my ball, and don't you forget it! I just wanted to play with it. Get your own! But mine isn't red. You stubborn little so-and-so. All right then, but make sure you bring it back. Promise? I promise.
A red ball, you remember it well. Alrighty. I do have subtitles on. I'm going to look. There was another option on subtitles. I might need to click that one on as well to get those memories. So I will do that. But we're going to stop here today. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the links below. And next time we'll put the candlesticks down, probably with that red wax, and get this thing going. So I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this game, because I'm really enjoying it. The dummy's kind of spooky though. But I hope to see y'all in the next one.